I am Professor Kalj, K-A-L-J. Today I would like to talk briefly about King Herod, or rather, the several Herods that ruled the land of the Jews. The first Herod was Herod the Great, and here's how he became king. After the Babylonian captivity, the land of Israel was controlled by the Persians from about 400 BC to 330 BC. Then the Greeks, first under Alexander the Great, from 330 BC to 170 BC. Then there was the Maccabean Revolt, a 24-year war from 166 to 142 BC that resulted in several decades of Jewish independence. The rulers during this period were all of the Hasmonean dynasty. Then, in 63 BC, General Pompey of Rome captured Jerusalem after a 3-month siege of the temple. He killed the priests as they were performing their priestly duties, and he entered the Holy of Holies. From this time on, for many centuries, the Jewish nation was under hated Roman rule and control. Herod the Great made powerful friends among the Roman elite through the time-tested method of kissing up to people in power and giving large gifts. At the suggestion of his friends Mark Antony and Octavian, the Roman Senate appointed Herod king of the Jews in 40 BC. The Jewish people strongly opposed this because he was not a member of the royal family, but in 37 BC, Herod finally succeeded in taking the throne of the Jewish nation. Now, just to tell you the kind of guy that Herod was, after he took the throne, he systematically killed all the Hasmoneans so that they would not be around to claim the kingship. Incidentally, this included his own wife, Miriam, who was a Hasmonean, and the 2 sons that Herod had begotten with Miriam. It is this Herod the Great who oversaw the rebuilding of the temple in Jerusalem. Though a proven leader in battle and diplomacy, and one of the greatest builders of his era, Herod the Great is mostly remembered for his cruelty. He was near the end of his life when some magi came from the east to Jerusalem, seeking the newborn king of the Jews, which was a surprise to Herod. Herod's response to this threat to his kingship was characteristically swift and cruel. He ordered the execution of every child in Bethlehem under the age of 2. With a father like that, you can imagine that Herod's descendants were a mildly dysfunctional family. Herod's family tree is more like a family maze, filled with political intrigue and ambitious relatives divorcing and marrying one another. Its closest modern-day parallel is probably the daytime soap opera. Let me run through it quickly and with a little bit of simplicity. Herod the Great had a total of 7 sons from 5 different women: Doris, Miriam the First, the one he murdered, Miriam the Second, Malthace, and Cleopatra of Jerusalem. Not the famous one, although Herod the Great likely met her more than once also. Herod's sons worth noting were Alexander and Aristobulus by Miriam the First, who were murdered along with their mother, although not before Aristobulus could marry Bernice and have a daughter named Herodias, who carries the Hasmonean blood. Herod the Great's son with Miriam II is named Herod Philip, who married his niece Herodias. Together they had a daughter named Salome. With Malthace, Herod the Great had a son named Herod Antipas, who also married his niece Herodias after she left Herod Philip. Antipas was a tetrarch, which is a ruler of 1/4 of a country or a kingdom, while Philip was not a ruler. Antipas was the one who had John the Baptist beheaded after Salome, who is both his daughter-in-law and his niece, danced for him at his birthday party. With Cleopatra of Jerusalem, Herod the Great had a son named Herod Philip II, who was also a tetrarch. He ended up marrying his niece Salome. Later, Salome married her cousin Aristobulus. There is more, but you can begin to get a picture of the cruel, ambitious, and ruthless ways of Herod the Great and his descendants as they married and maneuvered for power in the land of the Jews. That's all for now, and I think it's quite enough. Have a great day. Bye-bye.